Good morning, students. In last class, we completed first unit, right? So, in this session, we are going to second unit. When we completed this second unit and the third unit, then we started revision of first unit, second unit, and third unit classes. Okay. So, coming to in this unit, the unit name is data pre-processing. So in this pre-processing techniques, we have various scenarios starting with the overview, why we are using pre-processing techniques and what are various pre-processing techniques called data cleaning, data integration, data reduction, data transformation, and finally how the data is placed in particular data warehouse with the help of discretization. Okay, right. So why this pre-processing means, if you are taking data from various data repositories, then based on data repositories, all the databases are different structures. When we are integrating different data structures of databases into one database called as data warehouse, then there is a need of a technique called as pre-processing techniques. Okay, so why we know pre-processing techniques means, when there is an integration of various data resources of databases, then to store exact data from various data repositories, we use a technique called as, a method called as, a mechanism called as pre-processing technique, right? Right. Coming to why data pre-processing. So data in the real world is dirty. Okay. That is, when you are integrating various databases, the types of databases, and placing into one platform called data warehouse, the various data warehouse collecting of data from various types of data where databases is dirty. So the dirty terminology called as based on incomplete, based on noisy, and based on inconsistent. What do you mean by incomplete means lacking attribute values. There is no particular values called as null values. Okay, lacking certain attributes of interest. Based upon some interest, we are not considering the data, or containing only aggregated data. That is nothing but summarizing data. So all comes under incomplete. There is no particular, simply we can say that incomplete means there is no particular data in particular attribute. Okay. For example, if you consider an occupation is an attribute, you have to write particular data. Here, this is the missing value or a lack of particular value. This is called as incompleting because there is no particular data in particular scenario. And data is a noisy. Noisy means containing some errors or outliers. Outliers are nothing but some errors. Okay. So, for example, if a particular person, if you are taking a salary, means it should be a positive values. Okay, from 0 to n, but there should not be any negative values like -10, -20, so on. So there should not be negative values. Such type of values we are assigning in particular attribute means it is a noisy data, and it is inconsistent. Consistent means containing discrepancies. Because discrepancies means should be a difference. Should be a difference. Okay, not different in the codes or particular names. Okay, for example, you consider the age attribute. We are assigning particular 42 value. I want exact date. Exact age of particular means we should not get particular data, because if you are taking 42 means they should be particular months, days will be different. If you take a birthday equal to like this, then you can identify the exact day, month, and time also. If you are rating means 1, 2, 3, you are assigning as a 5-star rating, 4-star rating. Nowadays, we are not assigning a numeric values. We are assigning in categorical values called as alphabetic values. And there should be a discrepancy between duplicate records. You are you are identifying a difference between I have two duplicate values. Now you have to identify what is the difference between that particular two different values, different records that should have a duplicate values. Okay, so why we are saying dirty means should be incomplete and should be noisy and it should be inconsistent. Okay, next, why is data dirty? What makes data dirty means now you say that we are collecting data from data repositories with a field with a distribution of incomplete data, noisy data, and inconsistent data. Now, incomplete means not applicable data value when collected. When you are collecting data from various repositories, there is no particular data from real world. Then you have to put up in that value in your database. Okay, different considerations between the time when the data was collected and when it is analyzed. Okay, when you are taking particular data, okay, when you are taking particular data means now you are analyzing the data. Now you got some what we call as some what the basic interest is not necessary in particular analysis. So just you remove particular data, just to calm down to particular data so that they should not be adding a particular data in particular attribute. Okay, and some human or hardware or software problems. Human problem is he is not when he is not enter that particular value. Hardware issues means it does not took the value, or any software issues. All comes under the incomplete data. And noisy data, that is nothing but incorrect values. So how the incorrect values may come means faulty data collection instruments. If you are taking some tools, different tools, so based upon the tool to tool, there should be some faulty data. Already you know that human or computer at data entry and errors in data transmission. While you are transmitting data from source to destination, then there is some loss of data happens. So that leads to noisy data. And inconsistent data may come from different data sources. Already you discussed that when you are collaborating data from various repositories, then there should be some inconsistent data and functional dependency violation. So there should be you in last semester discussed about functional dependency, from which attribute lies to another attribute, which attribute is functional dependent to another attribute. Based on this scenario, we done in some modification particular data, there leads to some violation, and duplicate records also not cleaned. If I have a 2 or 4 values storing in same data means there is a duplication of data. So in this scenario, we say that data is dirty. Okay. Next, why is data pre-processing? Now, so we said that data is dirty by different factors called inconsistent, incomplete, and noisy. Okay. So all this comes under with various scenarios. Now, in order to reach what the problems that occur while you are collecting data, there is a need of one technique, one method. That method is called as data pre-processing. So no quality data, no quality mining results. Simple logic. If there is no quality data means there should not be no mining results. When there is no mining result means we cannot get any knowledge from the what you retrieve data. So quality decisions must be based on quality data. So when you get a quality data means you can get some, you can do some decisions on particular quality data. So duplicate or missing data may cause incorrect or even misleading statistics. Okay. Data warehouses need consistent integration of quality data. Now, if you are taking various factors from databases and storing in data warehouse means the integration of all the repositories should be quality. And data extraction, cleaning, and transformation comprises the majority of the work of building a data warehouse. When you are using this pre-processing mechanisms, all the data should be clean and integrated and transformed into one database language, and whatever the data we have is some huge amount of data, it should be reduced. All comes under the data pre-processing techniques. Okay, right. See, simple. We say that today's real world databases are highly susceptible to noisy and consist of missing and inconsistent data due to their huge size. So data processing is why data pre-processing is simply we can say that in the previous slide, to improve the quality of the data. So for improving the quality of data, there should be some factors called accuracy, completeness, consistency, timeliness, reliability, and interpretability. So all these factors which leads the data quality. When these factors are good means data quality is also good. When there is no particular factors are very poor in scenario means data quality is also in a poor scenario. So measures for data quality means it have a accurate. Accurate means when you get a correct or accurate data. Next, completeness means all the data is recorded. Consistency means some modified but some not dangled. So all should be modified. Timelines means timely it's updatable. And believability means how trustable the data is correct. And interpretability means how easily the data can be understood. So if it is interpretability means they should be easy to understand the data. If it is believability means you have to trust on the data. If it is timeline means if there is a day-to-day changes or historical data changes, so whatever the updations are changes, it should be till to updated. And consistency means when we are changing one factors like the physical independence, one should not be changes to another one. Okay. Similarly, consistent means when we are modifying some data, that data has to be modified. Okay. That should not be changes. And completeness. So whatever you do should be recorded. Okay. And they should not be available also. So, okay. Accuracy means already you said that accuracy means very fast. Okay, whatever you're retrieving data, that retrieving data should not be take some some time interval. Okay, next we have a data pre-processing techniques. The data pre-processing techniques or tasks are categorized in 4 ways. Already we discussed what is data cleaning, data integration, data reduction, and data transformation and discretization. So data cleaning means if there is any noisy data available in your particular databases, by using this data cleaning mechanism, now you are cleaning the data. When you clean the data, I have a 4 databases. In first database, some noisy data, second data, noisy data, third database, noisy data, and fourth one is noisy data. Now, based upon the cleaning mechanism, you have to clean all 4 databases. Now, you have a 4 databases with no noisy and consistent and no incompleteness. Now you have these 4 capability means now you have to integrate all these 4 databases into one particular database called data warehouse. Okay, that data warehouse is that integration of various databases into one database is used with a method called as integration. Now you have a data of integration data. Now, the integration data with the 4 data repositories has different structure. Okay. Now, data warehouse is a different structure. Now, you have to transform a structure. That structure is a data warehouse structure. Now, simply, we have 4 databases with consistent, noisy, without noisy, and without inconsistent. And all the 4 databases are integrated into one integration. And now the integration data is transformed into particular data warehouse. Whatever data warehouse structure has to be transformed. So the 4 database structure is transformed into data warehouse structure. And when you store the data warehouse structure, the structure has a huge amount of data. Now you have to reduce the huge amount of data into single one. This is the scenario you have to do for pre-processing techniques. Okay, right. This is a noisy data. This is a noisy data. Now you apply data cleaning method means it should be in a clean data. Data integration means you are combining 4 models into one model. Data transformation means all the models have different. For this, the structure is have a data is stored in -2. This is stored in this data, and this is a 3-digit data, 2-digit data or single-digit data, 2-digit data, 3-digit data, single digit with the negative value, all comes under. Now you have to transform into, see, all are in 0.0.02. All has 2 decimal values. It takes 2 decimal values, all values. That show that all the different data is transformed into single one. Now, data reduction means you have different structure. If you reduce the structure, the data is same. So whatever the content should not be changes. The data content should not be changed, but data structure has to be reduced. This is done with the data reduction. Okay. So in this section we discussed what are various overview techniques. Okay. How the pre-processing can be done. In next 4 classes or 5 classes, we discuss each topic with one session so that we complete within 5 sessions. Okay. I hope you understand the introduction of data pre-processing technique. Thank you. Thank you all.